distance DE times Q2. All right, how many of you got that one right? So that's great. These are hard questions, but you're still getting them right.
So they could have also said like P2 to DE to E2, and they could have given like a point back on the price line.
Mm-hmm. They could have put a
There are
point.
some tests that do that too.
So what was the confusion in this problem? What made this problem difficult, besides the notation? Having a price line on there that isn't involved in the problem. So again, extra information that you don't need seems to be a common theme here. All right. So let's do a problem that you did get wrong. Did anyone miss any problems?
Pretty much the ones that we missed, we ended up asking for help and then they got corrected.
Okay.
Could you go over 25 though?
25. I thought people brought up a good point about this question. So they show you three different graphs of monopolistic competition, and then they ask which one is earning a profit in the short run. So what do we know about earning a profit? Price has to be higher than average total cost. And in which case is that true?
Is there an actual, like there is no price that's really legal?
There's not.
It's going to be where you see it.
Okay, so if this is graph A, and we have our relatively elastic downward sloping demand curve, marginal revenue, and marginal cost, like so, and they show the average total cost doing something like this. Well, not exactly. My graph doesn't match exactly. So first question, what's my output level? The answer is always the same. Marginal revenue equals marginal cost. That occurs here. What's my price going to be? As high as it can be, limited only by demand. How much people are willing to pay. Okay, so at this output level, this is the price I'll charge, and this will be the value of my average total cost, which would be here. Okay, and so that meets the condition for profits. Now, other people were saying, well, what about graph C, which shows an average total cost curve that's equal to price at that output level. This is actually the long-run equilibrium for the monopolistic competition firm. Okay, we know that they break even. We call this break even. So in this case, profits are going to be zero. And the way we define profits are total revenue minus total cost. But we keep saying that even at break-even, firms are earning normal profits. Okay, so when you read the question, you might say, well, they're breaking even, but they are earning a profit. They're earning a normal profit. But what they're looking for here is whether or not this is greater than zero.
Number
22. All right, this is a good question because on your review guide it says you need to be able to find well, I don't know if there's a question like that on there, but when you do your graphs on the written part, You'll probably have to draw a graph of a monopoly, profit maximization, and compare the efficiency properties of that outcome to the efficiency properties of perfect competition. So what they give you in here is a monopolist, and they show you something unusual. They say, okay, this monopolist has constant marginal cost. Typically, we're looking at a J-shaped marginal cost curve. So that's one thing that you could find confusing right away. Why would they have a marginal cost curve that looks like that? And a downward sloping marginal revenue. So the question is, how to find what a firm in a perfectly competitive market would do here. So what do you know about perfect competition? Always start with what you do know. Okay, the main property of the long-run equilibrium in perfect competition is what? We keep coming back to this saying, wow, this is so great. This is what makes perfect competition so great. Okay, so price equals marginal cost also equals average total cost. So what you're looking for in here is this condition. Perfectly competitive firms produce where price equals marginal cost. Where would that be in this graph?
A and C.
It's where marginal cost intersects with demand, because the demand tells us the price that we can charge. Okay, so at that point, we would have marginal cost equal to the price that people are willing to pay. So that's point C, and that corresponds with an output level of 16, and a price, your marginal cost is 200. So the answer is C. It's always tough to try and find the outcome of perfect competition on the graph of monopoly, I think. So you're always looking for, how can I find price equals marginal cost? It's where marginal cost hits demand. I think you had a homework problem like that. So what would have made this problem difficult? Not knowing what you were looking for. If you didn't know this, that could have been difficult. And then the other thing that could have made it difficult is I know this, but I don't know how to translate it to this graph. Okay, so you have to know that demand tells us the price that people are willing to pay. But you do know. Just have to remember it. All right, did anyone miss that one? Oh, you guys all got it? You guys got
We only missed
you only missed
didn't
one?
get that far.
There was 3.
Okay. All right, so, you know, you guys maybe are a little better prepared than you think.
No, but our team missed 3.
Hmm?
Our team missed 3.
You missed 3?
Yeah, we didn't even finish it either. So could have missed more.
So, what else can I do for you? You feel ready? No. You have the whole weekend to study. How many people have more than one final on Monday?
Oh, on Monday?
Yeah.
This weekend.
Yeah, this weekend.
You have finals this weekend?
Online.
Oh, online finals. You don't have to show up to take those?
I have to write a report, I have
Depends on
a
the
paper,
class.
so.
Okay.
If it's all online, it's a lot to.
Okay. Well, good luck.